God projected the birth date of Jesus in the book of Esther. Within the book of Esther, Haman needed to record a date into the law books when people would be allowed to genocide the Jewish people with impunity.
Esther 3, verses 7 and 13. They cast that is, the lot, before Haman from day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is, the month Adar. And the letters were sent by posts into all the king's provinces, to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish, all Jews in one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month Adar.
These verses say that consecutive dates were brought forward, and the lot thrown to decide if that would be the date they were to write into the law books as the genocide date. From Nisan 1 to Adar 13 we calculate 347 days, therefore the lot turned out 346 consecutive no's, before saying yes to Adar 13. The odds of getting the lot to produce a no answer 346 sequential times is 10 to the power of 84. This number is still 10,000 times larger than the total number of atoms in the observable universe. The Book of Esther is known as the only book among all other biblical books which does not mention the name God either explicitly or implicitly. However, if we are seeing this massive numerical odds saying no until finally saying yes to Adar 13, the only conclusion is that God is controlling the outcome. Which means there is something very special about the date Adar 13. When you get to the end of the Book of Esther, Adar 13, 14 and 15 have all been codified into the Hebrew books as special days to held in honor each year. Adar 13 becomes an annual fast day, 14 is a festival day for unwalled villages, and Adar 15 is another festival day for the walled villages and cities.
Esther 9 verse 18. But the Jews that were at Shushan assembled together on the 13th day thereof, and on the 14th thereof. And on the 15th day of the same they rested, and made it a day of feasting and gladness.
The birthday of Jesus is March 5, 6 BC on a full moon. What is its Hebrew equivalent? As we look it up in a Hebrew date converter, we find it is Adar 15. This is the celebration day for walled cities or towns like Jerusalem or Bethlehem. Did God in fact choose his son's birth date in the book of Esther? It cannot be a coincidence since God chooses the date in Esther, and he predestined his star prophecy given through Balaam to begin May 30th, 7 BC, and 280 days later end in Jesus' birth March 5, 6 BC. God is working within the book of Esther just as he takes control of Balaam, and declares a star event will conclude on the date his son would be born. These two separate determinations by God both landing on the same date, have no other answer other than God is declaring the birth date of Jesus.